The road we're on is paved in Garth.
Come along on the journey
as we explore
Garthology.
Think of it more as a conversation. I like that. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin. Showtime!
Hey everyone, it's Deb. Welcome back to another episode of Garthology, the podcast where we explore the life, legacy, and lasting impact of Garth Brooks. Sorry for the delay in episodes. Life has been really crazy lately. So for today's episode, I'm just going to dive into a really quick story that captured my attention because it connects two generations of country music talent, Garth Brooks and Scotty McCreery. Earlier this year, there was an article in People magazine that caught my eye. It was titled, Scotty McCreery Reflects on Friendship with Influence Garth Brooks. And he says, I'll always be indebted to him. And this really got me to thinking about how influential Garth has been for the younger generation of country stars. So for today, I'm going to look at Scotty's journey and the role Garth has played in it and what it tells us about Garth's legacy. So let's start at the beginning. Scotty McCreery burst onto the national scene in 2011 when he was just 17 years old. He auditioned for American Idol Season 10 with Josh Turner's Your Man and Travis Tritt's Put Some Drive in Your Country. What stood out immediately in his audition, besides that deep country voice, was his confidence and poise for someone who was so young. He went on to win that season, becoming the youngest male winner in Idol history at the time. Right after Idol, Scotty released his debut album, Clear as Day, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart. That made him the youngest male artist ever to top that chart with a debut release. The album went platinum and produced hits like I Love You This Big and The Trouble with Girls. But here's where it gets interesting and ties in Garth Brooks. Even as Scotty carved his own path in the country world, he never shied away from his influences. And at the top of that list, Garth Brooks. In the People article, Scotty says that Garth has always been one of his heroes. And when they met, it wasn't just a nice to meet you moment. Garth took the time to really mentor him, to sit down and share wisdom, to treat him like a peer, not just a fan. That kind of generosity is classic Garth, right? Scotty says that Garth's support meant everything to him. He even used the word indebted, which tells you this wasn't just some surface-level encouragement. Garth offered him genuine guidance. And get this, Garth invited Scotty to perform with him at the Grand Ole Opry. That's not just a career highlight. That has got to be a dream for a country artist. Now let's talk about how Scotty's career has evolved since American Idol. After some early success, he kind of hit a rough patch around 2015. He parted ways with his record label and was in a bit of a holding pattern career-wise. But he bounced back big time. In 2017, he independently released 5 More Minutes, a deeply personal song about his grandfather, and it became a breakthrough. It was the first independently released song to chart at number 1 on the Billboard Country Airplay chart. That led to a new record deal, and in 2018, he released Seasons Change, which was a comeback album in every sense of the word. And since then, Scotty has been on a roll. This Is It became a wedding anthem. He released Same Truck in 2021, which features hits like Damn Straight, a nod to George Strait. That song topped the charts too. He's gone from teen reality show winner to respected country artist in his own right. And through it all, Scotty continues to honor the legends who paved the way, including Garth. What I love about this story is that it's more than a meet your idol moment. It's about mentorship. It's about legacy. Garth didn't just influence Scotty musically, he invested in him personally. And that's something we've seen again and again in Garth's career. And then, in 2023, Scotty McCreery was invited to join the Grand Ole Opry by, yes, you guessed it, Garth Brooks. While Scotty was performing at the Grand Ole Opry, Garth surprised him by showing up and presenting him with the invitation. Scotty was officially inducted into the Opry family on April 20th, 2024. So whether it's supporting young artists, giving generously through his Teammates for Kids Foundation, or taking time backstage to lift others up, Garth leads with heart. And Scotty McCreery's story is living proof of that. So, if you haven't read the People magazine article, definitely check it out. I'll post a link in the show notes. And if you're a Scotty fan, I'd love to know, what's your favorite song of his? What moment stands out to you from his journey? Or if you've got a personal Garth story, maybe a concert, a meet and greet, anything that impacted you and shows how Garth has influenced your life, send it in. You can email it, DM it, whatever. I'd love to feature your stories on a future episode. That's it for today's show. Thanks for spending a little time with me here at Garthology. Bye for now, and remember, love will always win.